Hello everyone, Potato Legion here. I hope you're keeping well. This is just a quick and short video to talk about the PTB update. What I'm going to be doing is splitting this into 3 parts. We're going to quickly talk about all of the perk changes and how they actually read now on the menus. Then we're going to go into Pyramid Head and actually show a comparison before and after with his power to see how different the speed is, so you guys can see that visually yourselves. And at the end of the video, we're going to go through the map changes on Macmillan Estate. It's just going to be a nice little music video where you can see the before and after of the changes. So let's get talking about the perks. So Phanophobia, beforehand it was 4% and now it's gone up to 5% with a maximum amount of 20% reduction. Bear in mind it no longer punishes survivors for healing, but a 20% reduced speed is still very good and will be very good for killers like Legion. So that is the new change for Phanophobia. Force Penance now reads that survivors who take a protection hit are now inflicted with the broken status effect for 80 seconds. I believe it was 60 seconds before. They've added the 20-second buff, and it says so right here. Trial of Torment. Now, after kicking the generator, you will become undetectable until the generator stops regressing, or a survivor is injured or put into the dying state by any means. During this time, the generator will still have the yellow aura on it. So, Mindbreaker has changed completely, unlike what it said in the patch notes. It didn't mention that doesn't matter what the current progress is on the gen, you still get the exhausted status effect if you're working on it, and now it's 5 seconds. This is the perfect counter for Sprint Burst, so if you're fed up with survivors sprint bursting away and getting to strong loops, run this perk, they can no longer do that. So crawl limits was changed just by increasing the radius a little bit. I think it was 24 meters before, now it's 32. So that's just increased massively. There's no other change to crawl limits. Pop Goes the Weasel, as I'm sure you're all very, very happy to hear, has now been reduced by 15 seconds, as it says right here. That is all of the perks for Killer. Now let's jump straight to Survivor. Okay, Any Needs Necessary has just had a reduced cooldown from 90 seconds to 60 seconds. Technician now has a 3% extra regression loss if you mess up a skill check. That wasn't mentioned, but we now know it's 3%. We're Gonna Live Forever now gives you more opportunities to gain tokens. You can now gain tokens from stunning a killer with a pallet if you rescue, and blinding, so any sort of stun save you can now get tokens for it. Slippery Meat now gives a 4% increase in chance to succeed, and you grant 3 extra attempts on a hook. It's removed the whole bear trap part of the perk. Blood Pack now has a 7% haste once you've healed your fellow survivor, and you can both run off together while this is still active, as long as you stay within 16 meters of each other. That is all of the perks that I've spoken about that have been changed, including their new percentages and so on. They've also tidied it up so that every perk now has 3 sorts of rarities, uncommon, common, and very rare. As you can see here, once they're all level 3, they will all be purple. And they're now all in alphabetical order, so it's easier to find perks in a custom or when you've unlocked every single perk. Now let's jump straight into Pyramid Head. Let's go. On the right, you can see that this is the PTB, and it is much quicker than beforehand. You now have a longer duration before you cancel your power and try to swing, as there's now a little animation of delay, as you can see here on the right.